One of the best rivalries in baseball renewed tonight at Wrigley Field. It's the former Cardinal Edwin Jackson on the mound for the home team, trying for his third straight victory. We're taking you up to first pitch at the top of the hour here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Welcome to Sportsnet Central, presented by AT&T Uverse. Mike Stein with Mark Shanowski. I am Pat Boyle.
All-star Chris Sale on the mound for the White Sox this afternoon. Rookie Josh Phegley goes deep again, and the bench is clear in Detroit.
We'll have highlights and reaction from that wild matinee in the Motor City. Plus, find out where the Stanley Cup World Tour kicked off on this day.
And Joakim Noah playing a starring role, but in a different sport. We've got the video to prove it. Sportsnet Central starts now.
This is Sportsnet Central, presented by AT&T Uverse.
All-star Chris Sale, 0-6 with a 3.1 ERA over his last 7 starts. Hadn't won since May 17th against the Angels. Looking to change that today, getting the start in Detroit as the Sox look for the series win. Sale staked to a 1-0 lead in the second, but Matt Tuiasosopo slices one deep to right. It sneaks over the wall, 2-run shot, his 6th, and the Tigers take a 2-1 lead. In the 5th, with a full count and 2 away, your MVP frontrunner Miguel Cabrera takes Sale the other way as well. Solo job here. Miggy becomes the first player ever to hit 30 home runs and tally 90-plus RBI before the All-Star break. Detroit goes up 3-1. But here's where things get interesting. Next pitch, Prince Fielder's there, and Sale buzzes the tower. No warnings were issued. Well, let's just say the Tigers made a mental note of that. And then bases loaded for Josh Phegley.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch, he's back, jumps, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes! And the Sox lead it 5-3. Mercy!
Phegley with his first grand slam off Anibal Sanchez, 3rd homer in 5 big league games. Later in the inning, Luke Peconin throws behind Alexei Ramirez. Alexei's not happy about it, takes a few steps towards the mound. Let's play the feud. Actually, this is really more for show than anything else. Bench is clear, bullpens did the same. Nobody got into it, although Jim Leland comes out to speak his mind. Home plate umpire Chad Fairchild tosses both Peconin and Leland, which umps can do now, even if warnings are not issued. Leland could not believe Alexei wasn't tossed as well, so he gets his money's worth. Then it's back to the office for a smoke. So Ramirez finishes the at-bat. That's true. He loops one over Fielder's head, but Alexei, check it out here, pulls up lame as he rounds first, so he would leave after all. Sources tell me it's cramping. Fortunately, Sale would hold the Tigers at bay. Chris strikes out Peralta and Tuiasosopo in the 6th. Sale goes 6 2/3, allows 3 runs on 10 hits, struck out 8. And in the 8th, Alejandro De Aza gives the Sox a little extra insurance. How you doing? He has a Phil Coke and a smile and rounds the bases for the 11th time this season. Addison Reed pitches a perfect 9th for his 23rd save. The White Sox take it. 6-3 is your final. They win their first series at Comerica since July of 2011. Sale gets his first win since May. Phegley, 8 RBI in his first 5 career games, is the most by a White Sox player since, wait for it, 1916. While that's impressive, everybody wanted to talk about the benches being cleared in the 6th inning.
Just trying to run back and throw it as hard as I can. I've said it before, there's a time and a place for that, and that, wasn't the time or the place. I'm not even trying to send a message. I wasn't even trying to back him off the plate, honestly.
I think Sailor just it's just frustration, overthrows it, and then, then you see what happens, and then it turns into a mess.
Going out there and doing something childish like that, that's not who I am. That's not what I do. So that was just one of those that just kind of got away, and unfortunately kind of turned into something.
Wasn't trying to hit anybody, and just got put behind us. Be ready to go tomorrow. Got the Rangers for 3 more games. So.
Were you surprised you got ejected, Luke?
A little bit, yeah. I just I wasn't trying to hit anybody. He just threw a fastball inside and got away from me.
I was watching Sale after he threw the pitch that Miguel hit out. He picks up the rosin bag and fires it in the back of the mound, like okay, all right, your frustration's over, and then the first pitch almost hits Prince in the face. The next hitter, he's bam. He's dotting it. Same thing to Prince right there. I mean, in the same at bat, not the next hitter. In the same at bat, he just starts darting down and away. Like,
it's baseball, right, Mark?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Great game.
It overshadowed a great performance by Josh Fegley. We want you to get interactive with the show like we ask you every night via Twitter. Is Josh Fegley, is he for real, and why? Use the hashtag White Sox Talk. We'll have some of your answers a little bit later on this half hour. Our White Sox coverage continues in about 13 minutes. We'll find out if the Big Hurt and Belton Bill Melton were surprised by today's fireworks in the Motor City. Our sluggers weigh in a little bit later on at Sportsnet Central.
Wood with a 2-2, and it's going to be 6-2 when this ball ends. Pujols with a 2-run homer. Pujols, deep left center, gone. Unfortunately, right on cue.
Well, thank goodness he's out of town. Albert Pujols homered in both of the Angels games at Wrigley Field earlier this week. Now his former team, the St. Louis Cardinals, are at the friendly confines. A 4-game series starts tonight. And that's where we'll find Jen Latta. She has your press pass out at Wrigley Field. Joins us now live with a preview of tonight's opener. Hi, Jen.
Good evening, guys. Dale Swain, between his time in Milwaukee and Chicago, has seen an awful lot of the St. Louis Cardinals, and unfortunately, he's been on the losing end of those matchups far too often. The Cardinals somehow managing to be a perennial powerhouse year in and year out. Of the last dozen seasons, they've made the postseason 8 times, and it looks like they're going to continue that this season if the first half is any indication. Of the 100 days in this 2013 baseball season, they've been atop the NL Central 76 days, and of course they kick off this 4-game series against the Cubs tonight. So I asked Dale Swain, what are the Redbirds doing that keeps them atop that division year in and year out?
They've always been able to build from their organization, and obviously they've always, seemed to have the key free agent pieces, the Beltrans or the Berkmans, whoever you want to say. But the bottom line is it just comes from their organization, the guys that they get or even trade for, because they've always had such a strong minor league system. They send one guy down that's throwing 97, they bring up another guy that's throwing 97. They bring up, they lose a starter, or in Garcia, and they got the guys waiting in the wings. So it's, that's obviously what everybody tries to build for, is to have that consistent minor league system that you're always building from.
Edwin Jackson gets the start for the Cubs tonight, but they did have a positive development for another starter. Scott Baker threw a bullpen session today at Wrigley Field. That's about 4 simulated innings, and he will make his season debut Sunday with Kane County. 4 or 5 rehab starts after that. Baker suffered a setback this spring while recovering from Tommy John surgery. That was in April of 2012, and he spent the last 4 months rehabbing in Mesa, where his priority was getting healthy.
There's a disconnect in Arizona that it's really hard to explain, because you're just not around the guys that you kind of want to be around. There's a lot of great people down there, and they took very good care of me, and I appreciate everything that the staff did down there. But this is where you want to be. You want to be healthy, and you want to be serviceable, and that's being here kind of makes you feel like you're taking a step in that direction.
And guys, on Wednesday, Jed Hoyer said that Baker had actually apologized to him during the spring, saying that he wanted to be accountable and wanted to be available for this team. Today, Baker said that probably wasn't necessary, but he wanted this team to know how important it was for him to be able to be reliable, and he hopes he'll be able to be that cog next season for the Cubs. That's the story here at Wrigley Field. We'll send it back to you, Jen Latta, Comcast Sportsnet.
All right, Jen, thank you very much. We'll talk to you after the game.
Well, Nick Leddy received a 2-year contract extension recently. Today, the Hawks defenseman got to be the first player to take the Stanley Cup to his hometown. We'll fill you in. An NHL star calls it quits in his prime, and Jeremy Roenick, surprise, surprise, calls him out. What JR had to say about Ilya Kovalchuk's stunning decision. And Fegley Mania is in full swing after the Sox rookie blasted a grand slam to beat the Tigers today. Our postgame live crew breaks it down when we continue.
Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet is presented to you by AT&T UVerse.
Look at him, living on cloud nine with that UVerse wireless receiver.
You see, in my day, when my mom was repainting the house, you couldn't just set up a TV in the basement. I mean, come on.
Nope. We only watch TV in the rooms that had a TV outlet.
Yeah, if we wanted to watch TV someplace else, we'd have to go to my Aunt Sally's. Have you ever sat in a plastic-covered couch?
You're missing a good game over here.
Those kids wouldn't have lasted one day in our shoes.
Add a wireless receiver. Call to get UVerse TV for just $19 a month with qualifying bundles. Rethink possible.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate a remarkable car polish. New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. Simply wipe it on and just wipe it off. It's that easy. And look, New Finish restored a deep, hard shine even to this weather-beaten car. We polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. Even after heavy-duty detergents and powerful scrubbing, the water still beads. So get New Finish.
Available at Advance Auto, Target, O'Reilly Auto, Walgreens, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
5 trucks, 10 days, hundreds of patio sets. It's the sizzling summer truckload sale at the Great Escape, where you save 20 to 50%. Like our Buckingham collection, now only $9.99 with free matching 5-piece lounge set. Truckload savings on Escape and Designer collections. Right now, get a free umbrella and free delivery. And don't miss sofas, love seats, umbrellas, fire pits, and more. Only at the Great Escape.
Escape your everyday. Shop the Great Escape.
When the Northsiders score 3, get one free. After the Northsiders score 3 runs, buy any pizza online and get the second one free online at papajohns.com with promo code Northside.
They battle in the corner. It's finessed by Keith around for a beat in front. Help to the back. O'Duya shot deflected. Scramble. They score! The Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions.
Yes, indeed. And beginning on Sunday, Comcast Sportsnet presents Chicago Blackhawks, a championship journey. Over 5 days, we'll give you a chance to relive the Hawks' run to their second title in 4 seasons as we replay 18 Stanley Cup playoff games. It all starts on Sunday. We focus on the Hawks' opening round series victory over the Minnesota Wild. We begin at 1:30 with the opening game. Brian Bickle's overtime winner, followed by Sharpie scoring a couple of goals in Game 2. Game 4 comes your way at 7 o'clock following Sportsnet Central. And then the Game 5 clincher will be shown at 10:30 once again after Sportsnet Central.
So clear out that DVR and get things set for next week. Now, since the Hawks' road to the Stanley Cup started against the Wild, I guess it was fitting that the Cup summer vacation started in Minnesota today. Defenseman Nick Leddy, the first player to have the Cup in his hometown. So where is the Cup? Right now, it is in the Minneapolis area. Leddy's tour with the Cup kicked off this afternoon at one of the companies that Nick has an endorsement with. Nick will pony up to the bar at Britt's Pub with hockey's holy grail in the next hour. Then later tonight, when we're doing Sportsnet Central after the Cubs and Cards, it'll make an appearance at 7 Sushi Ultra Lounge and Sky Bar in downtown.
Quite an itinerary there.
Yeah, hopefully they'll have some pictures of that. They do have smartphones in Minnesota, right?
They do.
Hey, it was just 2 summers ago when Leddy turned heads at the Blackhawks prospects camp. With more on the 17 teenagers that are a part of this week's festivities, here's the Catman.
Details are huge in hockey, and again, you keep learning every shift that details are big, and it's going to take knowing the details and being disciplined to make it to the next level.
While it's a long shot that anyone at Blackhawks prospect camp will make the big club's roster come training camp, it wasn't long ago that Brandon Saad and Andrew Shaw were in this same position.
I've just been trying to show them my game, which is a competitive game, and being physical and also being able to contribute offensively. I did that the first game. I would like to produce a little bit more today, but tomorrow's the main game. These 2 are exhibitions, so it's important for me to go out there and prove myself.
It definitely shows that over the next few years I have to work on a few things to that need to be stronger, and then I could hopefully be on the Blackhawks and play professional hockey.
One of the most important endeavors for the Hawks prospects this week has nothing to do with the camp itself. The Blackhawks brass want the prospects to become familiar with Chicago and to experience the different things the city has to offer.
We've been walking around the city a lot, and obviously it's an awesome city. You know, compared to Minneapolis, where I'm from, Minneapolis looks tiny. I mean, it's huge. There's so much stuff to do. So, you know, I think Matt's and I are going to go to the aquarium tonight, check that out, because we heard it's pretty cool. So, obviously, there's a lot of stuff to do, and you know, it's a really fun city.
Covering the Blackhawks I'm David Kaplan, Comcast Sportsnet.
All right, Captain, how about this stunner from the NHL? 30-year-old Ilya Kovalchuk announcing his retirement. The Devil Star had 12 years and $77 million left on his contract. Kovalchuk was the top pick in the 2001 draft. He scored 417 goals over 11 NHL seasons. But he says now he will return to his native Russia to play. Former Blackhawks star, current NBC hockey analyst Jeremy Roenick weighed in on Twitter. And it was, as usual, JR not holding back, saying, quote, "I am shocked that Kovalchuk would do this to the Devils and their fan base. Devils lose so much with this decision. It's scary, selfish," end quote. JR, how do you really feel about it?
Our baseball doubleheader on Comcast Sportsnet kicked off today with a feisty affair in the Motor City. What did Frank Thomas and Belton Bill think of the extracurricular activity between the Sox and Tigers? That's next. This is Sportsnet Central.
Alphamani Ford is 0% financing for 60 months on almost every new Ford vehicle. 500 to choose from. Or how about a 2013 Fusion or Escape for only $199 per month? That's right, $199 a month at Alphamani Ford in Melrose Park.
If you want the best of baseball all season long, Xfinity from Comcast gives you the best seat in the house. With MLB Network, you get live games 4 nights a week, plus 24/7 insider coverage and live look-ins every night. This is MLB Network on Xfinity. This is awesome. Sign up for the Xfinity HD Preferred XF Triple Play with MLB Network or ask about other bundles starting at only $99 a month for 12 months. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
5 trucks, 10 days, hundreds of pools. It's the annual pool truckload sale at the Great Escape. Save up to 50% on our best-selling pool packages, like a family-size pool for just $19.99. Plus, get free installation and a free automatic cleaner for a no-work, all-fun summer. Sizzling savings on all pools, all sizes, all budgets. Only 10 days. Only at the Great Escape.
Escape your everyday. Shop the Great Escape.
So many great shakes at Sonic, huh?
I know. How is someone supposed to decide?
25 different shakes.
I didn't wait to try them all.
No, it's I can't wait to try them all.
No, I didn't wait to try them all.
What do you mean you didn't wait? You got them all?
Hmm? Yeah.
Dude, am I going to sit here while you drink all 25 of them?
No, you can walk around if you want.
Real ice cream shakes like strawberry cheesecake and peanut butter fudge. Half price after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
Now, a good night's sleep is just a tap away. Introducing AT&T Digital Life. Personalized home security and automation that lets you sleep tighter. Visit your local AT&T store and get up to $100 off a smartphone or tablet with the purchase of Digital Life Smart Security.
I'm Elf Money. I guess I'm known for my great sweaters and my great deals. For example, you can get a 2012 Focus for only $100 down and $179 a month. That's right, $179 a month at Elf Money Ford in Melrose Park, 25th and North Avenue.
Welcome back to Sportsnet Central. We are 21 minutes and 18 seconds away from first pitch between the Cubs and Cardinals right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Order your pizza now at papajohns.com.
Back to our top story. White Sox and Tigers at Comerica Park. Top of the 6th inning. Sox down by a run. Bases loaded for the rookie Josh Phegley, and he cranks that one over the wall. 3-2 offering from Anibal Sanchez, his 3rd homer in a week since coming up from the minors. And then the drama really started. Alexei Ramirez, pitch thrown behind him, and he comes out to the mound. That pitch in retaliation for Chris Sale's inside offering to Prince Fielder earlier. Benches would clear. Manager Jim Leland, the guy who threw it, Luke Pekonen, were ejected. Order eventually restored. White Sox go on to win the series finale 6-3. Here's Josh Phegley on his first career grand slam.
I really needed that, for the series and just kind of get going again offensively, especially for Sale. We needed to get him a win, and he threw well and he deserved it. And, just to kind of get some run support for him, to have him on top at the end was really good.
And for more on the White Sox series win, we send it over to Chuck, Bill, and the Big Hurt with our post-game live plus.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Phegley does it again. He's got 3 home runs. He's been only up a week. He's got home runs against David Price, Matt Garza, Anibal Sanchez, and the one he hit here today, 3-2 changeup. That's not easy.
It shows you it's not about average. The guy's hitting 200, but he's made such a contribution this week in key moments. Sometimes average doesn't mean anything. The guy's hitting 200. He's got 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. That's why I look at Adam Dunn's season right now and go, it's not that bad.
Well, I think any new player adds spark to a ball club that's in a bit of a malaise, and the White Sox have been in a malaise offensively, so any kind of spark. And we're talking about a grand slam when they were down 3-1. So when you put your ball club ahead and then you hold it, that's not easily forgotten right there. Had they lost the game, it might have got caught up in the rest of the not much of an offense. But a young guy like that to come up and even be able to swing the bat with this type of authority, I think is a plus.
Phegley was in the middle of a lot of things. Some of his doing, some of it not his doing. He was behind the plate when we almost had a benches clearing brawl. Sale pitched inside. He gives up the home run to Cabrera. Then he goes inside on Prince Fielder. It's a retaliation thing. We see it time and time again. But what are your thoughts about just where things are going and why the Tigers got so upset?
They got upset because our ace is on the mound throwing 95 miles an hour, and he comes behind Prince Fielder, the number 4 hitter, who's making a lot of money for that ball club, and he's the guy that protects Cabrera. And I was looking forward because I knew Jim Leyland was not going to let that happen. Right next inning, they throw a ball behind Ramirez, and it's on from there.
And Alexi Ramirez, I mean, if you're going to hit somebody, you hit Alexi. Why do you hit Alexi?
Well, first of all, if you hit Alexi, you should get a prize because he's no bigger around than a pencil like this. But this is typical baseball. It takes care of itself. Jim Leyland ran out. He fights for his team. Robin came out, fought for his team. Fielder, I don't like a brush back up and in. I don't mind a brush back way inside or something like that. And then it's a dead giveaway when you throw behind a guy.
Say what you will, this was the Sox best series, if not the season, certainly in the last month and a half, 2 months. For Bill and Frank, I'm Chuck. Back over to you.
All right, boys, thank you very much. Earlier in the show, we asked you if Josh Phegley is for real, the rookie with 3 homers in his first 5 career big league games. David said too early to tell. Phegley's only been up for about a week. Give him time to get better. And Anthony says inconclusive, and here's why. Tuffy Rose. Good point. Well, earlier we went to the Letty, but the Letty Cup video was dry. Not anymore. Just in. Letty Cup video. It's next on Sportsnet Central.
Look at him, living on cloud nine with that U-verse wireless receiver.
You see, in my day, when my mom was repainting the house, you couldn't just set up a TV in the basement. I mean, come on.
Nope. We only watch TV in the rooms that had a TV outlet.
Yeah, if we wanted to watch TV someplace else, we'd have to go to my Aunt Sally's. Have you ever sat in a plastic-covered couch?
You're missing a good game over here.
Those kids wouldn't have lasted 1 day in our shoes.
Add a wireless receiver. Call to get U-verse TV for just $19 a month with qualifying bundles. Rethink possible.
When you hear Domino's, you think pizza. But we're more than that. We're stuffed cheesy breads, oven-baked sandwiches, pastas, chicken, and pizza. Just $5.99 each when you order 2 or more. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Blue Man Group. For tickets, visit blueman.com.
Shaq versus Pain.
Shaq 1, Pain 0.
New Icy Hot Advanced patch. 50% more medicine for long-lasting relief of tough pain, even arthritis. Icy to dull, hot to relax. New Icy Hot Advanced.
Pain over.
Some nights I can't get to sleep. Some nights I can't stay asleep. With Unisom, I can do both.
Clinically proven Unisom helps you fall asleep 33% faster and stay asleep.
So I wake up ready to go.
Unisom. Fall asleep faster, sleep longer.
Let's compare sports on Dish and DirecTV. DirecTV has every football game every Sunday. Plus, MLB Extra Innings, Yes Network, MSG, SNY, Sportsnet, Gold TV, and interactive mix channels with bonus coverage of all of the golf and tennis majors. And Dish has none of these. The most sports programming. Another reason 30 million people agree. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Doc? Doc? Goose!
Our technology builds some of the best tires in the world. Because when it comes to performance,
We don't just play around.
Cheater, we said no 360s.
Who's up for some leapfrog?
Sports Talk Live, presented by Land Rover. Weeknights on Comcast Sportsnet.
While the next generation of Chicago Cubs provides on-the-field entertainment in Kane County, there's plenty of activities off the field for fans. Our exclusive CSNChicago.com production, The Foundation, the Kane County Cougars, continues today, going behind the scenes with those that help make the experience happen.
What makes us such a unique and rewarding job, because it happens every game. We'll see a smile from a kid as they're walking out after running the bases, or another circumstance, another situation that comes up that someone thanks us. And you just see the smile on their face, and it really is validation that this product we're giving them is exceeding their expectations.
Earlier we told you about Nick Leddy, the first Hawk to take the Cup home. It's been in the Minneapolis area all afternoon. Leddy will have the Cup for the entire night. Then the Eden Prairie native will take it to where his hockey career started tomorrow, the Eden Prairie Ice Arena, then the University of Minnesota, where Nick played for a year.
Bulls All-Star Joakim Noah among the celebrities who helped Steve Nash out with a charity event. Look at Big Joe. He scores! And the celebration is on wearing those French high tops. Somewhere Gar Forman and John Paxson are cringing watching their 7-footer playing charity soccer. You know, they're going to talk to Joe about a workout regimen and get rid of those French high tops. He's playing soccer in those French high tops. Thanks for watching Sportsnet Central, presented by AT&T Universe. Joe, take care of yourself.
Don't forget, for sports information 24/7, CSNChicago.com. The Cubs and Cardinals from gorgeous Wrigley comes your way next.
We're a small company. We need to save.
We order 15 different kinds of pens. I say we decide on one.
Too controversial.
What if we just get our phone and internet from one provider?
Actually, Comcast Business is a great value. We can get more for less.
You're the office manager. How much less do we have?
Oh, we are rolling in less, sir.
Say goodbye to the phone company. Say hello to savings. Switch to Comcast Business Internet today and add phone and TV for just $34.90 more a month. Comcast Business drives business.
Oh, we single-handedly won that Cubs game.
Okay.
Without a doubt. None of that happens without us. Bottom of the ninth. What was the score? 4-3?
No, it was 3-2.
3-2?
Cubs are losing.
Cubs are down 3-2. I'm trying to get this Let's Go Cubs chant going, trying to get the crowd into it.
It wasn't the right time.
I know.
That's why you're terrible at starting chants, because it's all timing.
Anyway, Todd Walker comes up with a huge pinch hit single to put runners on first and second. This guy stands up.
Just stands up
and what'd you do?
Let's go, Cubs!
On the second chant, the entire stadium is right there with him.
Ben brought the energy into Wrigley Field. I mean, this is what the Cubs needed. Michael Barrett is coming up next, and he hits a ball to the right field corner. The Cubs win on a 2-run double from Barrett. All started from
Let's Go Cubs.
This guy's chant.
From a simple chant. Let's go, Cubs! Let's go, Cubs! Let's go, Cubs! We single-handedly won a Cubs game.
Single-handedly, tri-handedly won the game.
It was the right time.
Man is a determined creature. There's an inherent calling to seek, push, transcend. It's a necessity of the human spirit that inspired our own evolution. Because if your quest is to build the world's smartest luxury SUV for mankind, you must hold yourself to the standard of mankind.
Look at him, living on cloud nine with that U-verse wireless receiver.
You see, in my day, when my mom was repainting the house, you couldn't just set up a TV in the basement. I mean, come on.
Nope. We only watch TV in the rooms that had a TV outlet.
Yeah, if we wanted to watch TV someplace else, we'd have to go to my Aunt Sally's. Have you ever sat in a plastic-covered couch?
You're missing a good game over here.
Those kids wouldn't have lasted one day in our shoes.
Add a wireless receiver. Call to get U-verse TV for just $19 a month with qualifying bundles. Rethink possible.
Refreshment. Grab a Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Well, the friendly confines of Wrigley Field come to life on game day. Such is the case tonight. Another perfect night for Cubs baseball here on Comcast Sportsnet as the Cubs welcome in their longtime rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals, who lead the division. It's the first of a 4-game weekend series. Great to have you with us along with Jim DeShays. I'm Len Casper. The Cubs have won 4 of their last 5. More on them in the second. But the Cardinals come in, best record in baseball, and it's been a team effort this year. We know about all the superstars, but they've got some other guys really making a name.
Yeah, they just have a lot of talented line drive hitters up and down the lineup. You know all about Molina, the Gold Gloves, the All-Star appearances. Carlos Beltran, perhaps a Hall of Famer. Who knows? But Alan Craig, the last couple of years, has really taken a step to the head of the class. And young Matt Carpenter, he's an all-star this year. Look at the numbers, the batting average, the RBIs, the home runs. 2 of the more premier line drive hitters in the National League.
And they come in having won 5 in a row, so they're surging. We mentioned the Cubs have won 4 of 5. They did get blown out last night, but they still have been in a very good stretch overall.
Yeah, hopefully last night just a little bit of a speed bump, but Jeff Samardzija just struggled, gave up a bunch of home runs. Club got beat 13-2, but you see in the previous 4 games, the pitching was really good. The bats, fueled by Alfonso Soriano, really coming along nicely.
Nice contrast in styles tonight on the mound. Jake Westbrook tries to get as many ground balls as he can.
Yeah, and Edwin Jackson last time out was a ground ball pitcher himself. Wind blowing in should be a good night for the pitchers.
We'll have game 1 coming up next.
So I told my team at Taco Bell I want to make a double steak quesadilla. I said, give me some real pepper jack cheese and give me double the marinated steak, or else why bother? I told them that you will love it, so will you, and all of you. They did seem a little nervous. Probably because I doubled the steak.
The new Taco Bell Cantina Double Steak Quesadilla. Loaded with double the marinated steak and real pepper jack cheese. Double the steak, double the gourmet.
With DirecTV, you can watch your favorite team in crystal clear HD. Even listen to your hometown announcers from anywhere in the country.
A home run for Buster Posey.
Preview up to 8 live games at once on the same screen, or see the biggest plays from across the league on one channel. MLB Extra Innings delivers all this no matter where you live, now for the lowest price in 5 years. Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS, because when it comes to America's pastime, all eyes are on DirecTV.
Do you need one-stop car shopping? Go to GaryLangAuto.com for all your car shopping needs. And you can do all this. At GaryLangAuto.com, choose from hundreds of Chevys, Buicks, Cadillacs, GMCs, and more. Or choose from our huge selection of Subarus, Kias, or Mitsubishis. See why we're McHenry County's #1 dealer at GaryLangAuto.com. And remember,
it doesn't say Gary Lang on the back. You probably heard too much.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. BMO Harris Bank, helping money make sense. BMO Harris Bank, NA member FDIC. AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com.
What a gorgeous night. The last couple of nights have just been perfect. Weather should be good the rest of the weekend. That'll take us into the All-Star break, and then the Cubs will hit the road out in the National League West next weekend. We also want to welcome those men and women serving around the country, watching on the Armed Forces Network tonight. Great to have Master Chief Hospital Corpsman Yvette Pryor here at the ballpark tonight. She has been awarded 2 Defense Meritorious Service Medals, 2 Navy Commendation Medals, 4 Navy Achievement Medals. Lots of blue skies above. Wind blowing in a little bit as the Cubs take the field. behind right-hander and former St. Louis Cardinal Edwin Jackson. And let's check out the Cardinals Southwest starting lineup. Jackson will face, leading the National League in runs and also hitting with runners in scoring position, .338. Carpenter, Beltran, both all-stars. Matt Holliday hits third. Alan Craig, an all-star for the first time. Yadier Molina leading the league in hitting. David Freese is at third. John Jay in center. Pete Kozma's the shortstop, and Jake Westbrook, the pitcher, will bat ninth.
Cubs defensively have Soriano in left. Brian Bogusevic back in the lineup with the tender hammy. He's ready to go. Nate Scherholtz is in right field tonight. Infield of Valbuena, Castro, Barney, and Rizzo. Wellington Castillo behind the plate for our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher. That would be Edwin Jackson. He's made 17 starts. He's won 5 times, lost 10, .550 ERA. He's won his last 2. And you see the numbers, league hitting .281 against him. Lefties .272, right-handed hitters .289. 1-4 in his career against the Cardinals. He was a loser to St. Louis earlier this year. A game, as a matter of fact, started by Jake Westbrook. That was back on June 19th. Cardinals won that game 4-1.
Chicago native Dan Bellino will get home plate tonight. Mike DeMuro's at first. Crew chief Wally Bell at second. And Alfonso Marquez is over at third.
Hey, check out those glasses. Where do I get some of those?
Functional and fashionable. Is that a toupee?
That is a rocking some kind of a Cardinal hat, I'm guessing. You might want to hang on to that with 2 hands.
A rare 4-game weekend series here at Wrigley Field, in which 3 of the 4 games will be played under the lights. The only matinee will be tomorrow at 3:05. So here is the all-star Matt Carpenter to start it off. Cardinals offense has been excellent. They lead the majors with a plus 127 run differential. And again, leading the National League in runs and leading the world with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, it's crazy how good they've been with runners in scoring position. There's no way they can sustain that. Well, we'll see.
We had been saying that for about 2 months, and they have sustained it to this point. So we are underway. A strike on a fastball on the outside corner to Carpenter. Cardinals just swept the Astros in a 2-game interleague set. Carpenter hit the game-winning homer last night, in fact.
Yeah, the Cardinals got healthy. They won 5 out of 5 on a homestand against the Marlins and the Astros. There's his home run last night. Proved to be a game winner, turning on an inside fastball.
It was in the 7th inning. Well, their 5-4 win.
Interesting story. Carpenter, born in Galveston, grew up in the Houston area, played at TCU, 13th round draft pick, signed for a $1,000 signing bonus. Hit about .220 in A-ball and just continued to develop and learn and make adjustments. Now he's an all-star.
And a ground ball to Darwin Barney. That's the first out.
That's what Edwin Jackson did time and time again last time out against the Pirates. He got a bunch of ground ball outs. There's that run differential Len talked about. Cardinals, the top baseball, 127 more scored than they have given up. Balanced team, good rotation. Ben's been solid, and a dynamic lineup.
Milestone night for Carlos Beltran. This is his 2,000th major league game. Swing and a miss. An all-star for the 8th time. He'll be in the starting lineup along with his teammate Yadier Molina.
Edwin Jackson, primarily fastball slider. He just threw a curveball right there to Beltran, and that's something he's been working on a little bit recently. We'll see if he uses it a little bit more here tonight.
Edwin known basically as a two-pitch guy, the fastball and the slider, but he does have other weapons. Go up and in, and Beltran pops it up. A backpedaling Starlin Castro in the outfield makes the grab. 2 outs. Rough ride for Jeff Samardzija in the first inning last night against the Angels. They got 5 runs off him in that opening inning, and it really set the tone. Jeff, after the game, just said, I was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think he was a little unfortunate early too. Yeah. He got beat by a couple good pitches early, and then later on in the game started to elevate.
Yeah, he said he's had nights with worse stuff, but he just didn't get away with anything.
Yeah, he did. You're right. He made a couple of mistakes there early.
So he'll get well over a week to prepare for the second half. 1 strike on Matt Holliday. It's interesting. Jeff was asked after the game, is the break coming at a good time after that performance? He said, well, after tonight, yes. Can go one of 2 ways. You either want to get right back out there, or in his case, I think he'd like to have the extra time to kind of look at his last couple of starts and make some adjustments. The 1-1 inside. They keep pounding the inside part of the plate against Holliday. In again.
Yeah, well, that's the downside to that inside strategy. You don't want to make a mistake out over the middle against Holliday, so you're trying to crowd him with that 2-seam fastball. The problem is if he's not in swing mode, unless you're just spot on, you're not going to get strikes in there. When you throw that fastball inside right on right, you're looking for swing. You're looking to jam a guy and get some weak contact.
When you get down 3-1, you got to find some of the plate.
Right, that's the downside. It's always the key. Where's the safe place to go to get strikes early in the count? Holliday, big strong guy who covers the outside part of the plate really well, so you can understand the philosophy of trying to crowd him with fastballs.
The 3-2 sinker was up a little bit, and that one fouled off.
Creative. It's today tote bag night.
It is. Tote bag as a hat night for that young fan.
Didn't even have to make a pledge.
On a couple of hops to Castro. Just got him to end the Cardinals' first. Tote bag night here at Wrigley Field. The Cubs are coming up when we come back.
It's time. Time to have new experiences with a familiar keyboard. To update our status without opening an app. To have all our messages in one place. To browse and share faster than ever. It's time to do everything better than before. The new BlackBerry Q10. It's time.
So I walked into that dealer's office. You know what I walked out with? A new Passat, 0% APR, 60 months, done and done. In that driveway is a German-engineered piece of awesome that I got for 0% APR.
Good one, Dad.
Thank you, Dalton.
It's the car you won't stop talking about, ever. Hurry into the Volkswagen Best Thing Ever event and get 0% APR for 60 months, now until July 31st. That's the power of German engineering.
Let's look at the Cubs Southwest starting lineup. A rarity last night. They were out-homered 5-1. They have out-homered their opponents at Wrigley 62-41 on the year. Valbuena starts at Castro, Rizzo, Soriano, Scherholtz in the middle. Good to see Brian Bogusevic back in the starting lineup for the first time in a week. Barney will hit 7th, Castillo 8th, and Jackson 9th.
Who's where for the Cardinals? Holiday, Jay, Beltran cover the outfield. Freeze, Cosma, Carpenter, Craig third to first. Gold Glover, Yadier Molina behind the plate for our Lexus starting pitcher for the Cardinals, Jake Westbrook. Ground ball machine. 5-3, 278. He's made 11 starts. Missed a little more than a month with a tender elbow.
Before he got hurt, he had a 162. ERA is 4.34 since returning. As Valbuena fouls it off. And he was leading the league in ERA when he went to the DL.
Third start this year against the Cubs. Last time we saw him, he was outstanding. That was the game I talked about where he and Edwin hooked up. 2 hits and 7 innings of work.
On the ground to Carpenter at second. Again, when Westbrook is on his game, you're going to hear that a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't strike people out. 68 innings, he struck out 27 while walking 26. Normally you would say that ratio, that's not going to get it done. He's allowed just 3 home runs. It's all those ground ball outs. Got a good solid defense behind him. The Cardinals have made 40 errors as a team. That's tied with the Diamondbacks for the fewest in the NL.
Ball 1 on Starlin Castro. Freeze really guards the line down at third. And it's 2-0. Westbrook works fast. And that ball is lined out into right center for the first hit of the ball game. Where he likes it.
Pretty swing by Starlin. It's a lot of hits in that direction. Right center.
Brings up Anthony Rizzo. 1 on, 1 out. Westbrook from the first base side of the rubber, and Rizzo bounces foul. Westbrook's from Georgia. His dad played 2 sports in college at the University of Georgia, baseball and basketball. And Jake grew up studying Greg Maddux, and why not? One and one.
Rizzo, excuse me, is 4 out of 8 against Westbrook. Left-handed hitters hitting .348 against him. Key, I think, is, because of the sinker, it's going to go down and away. You've got to pick your spots if you're going to try to yank something off a guy like Westbrook as a left-handed hitter. You got to be thinking line drive the other way. Rizzo's good when he stays quick and just willing to shoot the ball alley to alley.
There's another ball out toward right center, and this one's going to roll to the wall. It should score Castro. Here he comes around third. On his way to the plate, Rizzo's going to hold with a double, and it's 1-0 Cubs in the first.
Two very good swings of the bat here early. First Castro, now Rizzo. The Cubs draw first blood. The sinker stayed on the plate. He was able to get out in front of it and yank it into the alley.
See Castro with those long strides. Rizzo with his 26th double. He's in the top 5 among National League hitters in that category. In fact, now with 26, he's one behind the league leader. That's Matt Carpenter with 27. One strike on Soriano. A rare 0 for last night. He's been so hot here lately.
Westbrook, when he's on, will throw that sinker a high percentage of the time. He also has a slider. He'll cut his fastball. Now he's throwing a split finger pitch. I don't know if he'll throw it to right-handed hitters. He definitely used it to the lefties. Well, there it was right there. Clearly didn't want to make a mistake with that one. He spiked it well out in front of home plate. Pretty good run. 8 bombs in 12 games.
Four doubles as well. Still trying to figure out Westbrook, however. He's 3 for 33 against the sinker baller in his career. Make it 3 for 34 as he strikes out. 2 down.
He doubled up with that split finger pitch. Well, if you're going to face Jake Westbrook, you prefer to do it outside of St. Louis. He's 3-0 with a 0.31 ERA in his home ballpark. On the road, somewhat pedestrian. 2-3, 4.62.
Nate Scherholtz, the right fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Nate now hitting .336 lifetime in this ballpark. Includes a lot of time with the Giants. And now as a home player here in this ballpark.
Yeah, his name has been mentioned in trade rumors, speculation that he may be moved. I suspect he'd like to stay here in Chicago where he's hit so well.
Two balls and a strike. Westbrook's strikeout rate's about.
Bless you. That guy sneezed.
Half of what the major league average is. So he really does rely on his teammates to make plays behind him. Three and one with Bogusevic on deck. Here it is, and he walked him. Mike Matheny in his second year at the helm of the Cardinals. Big shoes to fill, replacing Tony La Russa. And now Bogusevic. Notice Brian used to take his pant bottoms up right below the knees. Maybe he felt that caused the hammy tightness. Swings at the first pitch and grounds out to first. It goes 3-1. The Cubs grab the lead on the Rizzo double, plating Castro, and it's 1-0 Chicago.
We're born explorers, always looking for new places to go and new things to see. New adventures. That's how we fly. Beginning August 11th, Southwest Airlines is offering new nonstop service from Midway to Memphis, starting at $79 one way. Book now online at southwest.com. We are Southwest. Welcome aboard.
Is it?
It's beautiful.
Could you imagine if this was for sale?
There's a mortgage that's right for you.
We could get another dog.
A baby.
Like a puppy? You mean like a baby dog?
BMO Harris Bank.
Left the darkness, light a fire for the silent and the broken hearted. Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up, you girls and boys? Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up and use your voice?
You can choose to blend in. Or you can choose to blend out. The all-new 2014 Lexus IS. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Welcome back. Cubs 1, Cardinals no score. We move to the second. You can't beat summer here in Chicago, especially at beautiful Wrigley Field. So gather your friends and family, make baseball part of your plans. The Cubs' first home series after the All-Star break begins Monday, July 29th. The Brewers are in town. To purchase tickets, how about Cubs.com? Hey, you know who's here tonight?
Who's that?
You know, Fun. See?
Playing
That's the
air
band
drums?
Fun. They can't stop rocking.
We are young. I think they won the Grammy for that song.
They got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Carry on. Carry on.
Some nights. Great to have him here at the ballpark as Alan Craig, the first-time All-Star, takes ball one. Second in the league in RBIs, third in batting average.
Hitting in the middle of this order, plenty of opportunities, but he's earned it, man. He's been really good with runners in scoring position. Just about everybody on their club has been.
Edwin has won his last two starts, most recently against the Pirates on Saturday. Into the sixth inning, 5 2/3, gave up 1 run. Good news on the rehab front. Scott Baker went through a side session today here at Wrigley. He's going to head out and pitch for Kane County on Sunday. So we may see him in the Cubs rotation in a few weeks. All continues to go well, still coming back from Tommy John surgery. And that setback in spring training. Cubs also made a roster move today. Brooks Raley, we thought after a long outing last night, 4 1/3, that Cubs might replace him tonight, and they have. Michael Bowden is back from Iowa, the right-hander. On the ground, it's Castro. Boy, is Edwin Jackson now Edwin Westbrook.
Yeah, it's
a lot of ground balls, as you mentioned.
And I looked at the numbers, because it was so stark last time out. He is among the league leaders in ground ball percentage now.
Now the guy, I would say, if the season ended today, he'd be the MVP in the National League. Yadier Molina, leading the league in hitting, has been dealing with some right knee inflammation, and because of that, and Mike Matheny wants to make sure he gets periodic rest, they have 3 catchers on their roster now. Rob Johnson, brought up earlier this week, the backup to the backup. Tony Cruz is the other catcher. Nice play by Jackson to get his former battery mate.
Former battery mate who came into this game with outstanding numbers against them, sharply hit. The designs are going back through the middle, but Edwin Jackson there to snare it. 2 quick outs here in the second. 4 of the 5 outs on the ground. 4 ground balls and a meek little pop-up to Castro so far, as Jackson setting a nice tone early.
Here's David Freese. You see the season numbers, but it's been a bit of a roller coaster for him. He got off to a really slow start. Hit 163 in April. Has been right around 300 since then, although a slow start to July. Hit 299 in May, 319 in June. Has not done a whole lot here this month. We're only a third of the way through July.
Three home runs in June, 5 for the year for Freese, so the power number's not there for him.
But he drills that one out toward the 368 sign. And the Cardinals have their first hit. It's a 2-out double.
Yeah, a little bit of a trend developing when Edwin tries to go away to right-handed hitters with his fastball. He's having a hard time getting that pitch out there. It's leaked back towards the middle of the plate up until that swing of the bat. He hadn't been hurt by it. Freese jumping pretty good right there. We may start to see him cut his fastball, throw more sliders to the right-handers, try to get the ball away if that fastball continues to leak back over the plate on him.
John Jay, his numbers down from last year. Slugged at least 400 his first 3 years. It's 336 going into play tonight.
Cardinals kind of defy conventional modern thinking, right? I think sabermetrics and deep analysis. They talk about home runs, walks, speed. Cardinals really don't do a whole lot of any of that. They don't steal bases. They don't hit a lot of home runs. They don't draw a lot of walks. They just hit a lot of line drives.
Barney will throw out John Jay. So the Cards are 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. I see a big shift. It's turning.
Regression to the mean.
The Cubs-Cardinals rivalry on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Captain Morgan.
Olive Garden's 2 for $25 is back. Unlimited salad and breadsticks. 2 appetizers to share. Then choose 2 summer entrees, like new Tuscan garlic chicken. 3 courses, 2 people, just $25. Go Olive Garden.
Hello, Frank. They may be ex-CIA, but they're still wanted.
How are things? Yeah, how are things?
There's nothing between us.
Everybody wants you.
hate her so much.
Red 2, rated PG-13, July 19th.
A giant robot of unknown origin has invaded the city and has taken over.
You're gonna need this.
All attempts to remove the threat have failed.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months or $6,250 in cash savings plus $1,000 bonus cash and $1,000 extra for your trade. Now playing at a Ford dealer near you.
Look at him, living on cloud nine with that U-verse wireless receiver.
You see, in my day, when my mom was repainting the house, you couldn't just set up a TV in the basement. I mean, come on.
Nope. We only watched TV in the rooms that had a TV outlet.
Yeah, if we wanted to watch TV someplace else, we'd have to go to my Aunt Sally's. Have you ever sat in a plastic-covered couch?
You're missing a good game over here.
Those kids wouldn't have lasted one day in our shoes.
Add a wireless receiver. Call to get U-verse TV for just $19 a month with qualifying bundles. Rethink possible.
Welcome back. The Cubs Kids Club, presented by ComEd, the official kids club of the Chicago Cubs, is back in 2013. Earn your pinstripes as a member of the Cubs Kids Club and receive kid-specific perks, experiences, and merchandise. Visit Cubs.com/kids. Check that, Cubs.com/kids club to sign up today and be part of the fun all season long. Well, you read that wrong. It's /kids. That's not good.
No. Get it right.
Hey, Molly McIntyre's in the house. How'd you like to have a piece of that American Girl store down there on Michigan Avenue?
Barney bounces nice pick on the short hop by David Freese.
Freese has committed just 3 errors this year. Cosmo over there short has only made 4. Pretty solid on the left side of the infield. Tricky little hop. Gobbles it up. Little crow hop. Strong over the top throw.
That's Wellington Castillo, the catcher. Takes a strike.
Location and movement the key for Westbrook. He's not going to throw it by you very often. Average fastball about 89 miles an hour. A couple clicks below major league average. See it low, let it go. See it high, let it fly.
Bounce back to the pitcher. 2 outs. Send us your comments on tonight's game through Twitter using hashtag Cubs Talk. We will read one back later in the game. We call it our AT&T tweet. We read pretty much all of them, but we'll read one on the air a little later.
So I see where Freddie Freeman has won the final vote in the National League for the All-Star.
Yes,
team.
and Steve Delabar in the American League. Did you vote?
No, but I'm not a fan of all the shilling for votes that was going on.
There was a lot of it.
Yeah. Vote for me and I'll, you can be in a contest to win autograph something. I don't know.
Jackson, high chopper to Freeze, and Westbrook with a quick 1-2-3, 3 ground ball out, second. 1-zip Cubs after 2.
Frost Brew liner. Check. 2-stage cold activation. Check. And a new double vented wide mouth. Check. I can't think of any possible way to improve this can. Next year, adamantium claw defense system. Check.
This summer's most intense mutant meets the world's most refreshing can, only from Coors Light.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced, or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
virtual wallet can help you be that person who's good with money. See what's free to spend, move money with a slide, save with a shake. Feel good about your decisions.
His legs are gone. X is paralyzed from the diaphragm down. She missed his brainstem by that much. I'm told that the text was, "I'm on my way." Was the text that important? That would be my question for her.
Ten postseason appearances the last 17 years. How do the St. Louis Cardinals do it? Let's go down to Jen Latta with more.
Good evening, guys. Well, before the Cardinals rattled off 5 straight victories, they posted a 12-15 record that one publication called a spiral. That prompted one Cubs member to say, "God, I'd love to spiral." All jokes aside, the Cardinals have been a strong team in the NL Central, so I asked Dale Swaim what they do year in and year out that keeps them atop this division.
Whatever they pick they have in the draft, or they've done a great job scouting over the years, and it's obviously continued over the years too. And it all starts obviously with the starting pitching that they've always had, whether they've traded for it or the young guys, or got it. And then obviously Molina behind the plate is a huge asset to have.
Now, you guys mentioned Molina getting some rest as the season continues, but this team stacked from top to bottom, so if the Cubs want to make a run, they will have to go through the St. Louis Cardinals unless they do an uncharacteristic swoon towards the end of the year. Back up to you guys in the booth.
Thanks, Jen. Yeah, they had a rough stretch. They lost 8 of 11, but they followed that up by winning 5 in a row. And you look at the standings, and they have the best record in baseball right now, 55-34. And 5 All-Stars, most of any team in the National League. Here's their shortstop, Pete Kozma. Recently sat out a few games during some offensive struggles, but he still leads the majors with 57 hits from the 8th spot in the order. The other thing is they're not completely healthy. They've had lots of injuries on their pitching staff. Jaime Garcia, Chris Carpenter, who may be back at some point in the second half, Jason Mott. And there's their general manager, John Mozeliak, who has done a fantastic job over the years. He had pretty big shoes to fill, didn't he, when Walt Jocketty left?
Sure did.
Swing and a miss on the slider, strike 3. First strikeout for Jackson.
A lot coming out of the scouting department of the Cardinals, instrumental in all these young players that they brought to the big leagues, helping to sign them, and then the development people took over. Power slider here by Jackson. Cosmo's struggles at the plate continue. He's been in a pretty good funk for a while now.
0 for his last 20 now.
To have an endless supply of young pitching. They've run a bunch of it to the big leagues up and down already this year. Shelby Miller, who was so good early on, has scuffled recently.
Lance Lynn, he's given up some runs here lately as well. The Chris Carpenter one is a real intriguing one to watch.
He's like that Jason guy in those Friday the 13th movies. You just can't put him away. He just keeps coming back.
Thought his career might be over, but it's not right now. Going to be on a rehab assignment starting on Monday. That's the macro. The micro is a couple of guys in their bullpen have been very busy here lately, including their closer Edward Mujica, who's worked in 6 straight games over 7 days. So I cannot imagine he is available tonight. if they get in a save situation. 3-2 on the pitcher. Sometimes in a day like this, they'll tell the closer, don't even go out to the bullpen.
Don't put your spikes on. Put your tennies on. Hang out and watch a ball game.
Westbrook pops it up. It's Castro for out number 2.
Yeah, they don't walk people. Keep it in the yard. With Molina behind the plate, they're tough to run on. So all those things add up to a ERA 3.35, third best in baseball.
Strike to Carpenter.
Big reasons why Alan Craig has 71 RBIs. The likes of Carpenter on base so frequently, plenty of opportunities. Carpenter with an on-base percentage nearing 400. He's also hit 9 home runs. Jackson really mixing in a bunch of curveballs here tonight.
He also seems to be working with a quicker pace than normal. It certainly helps he hasn't had to work from the stretch much.
I like it. I like the idea of the curveball, you know, something a little bit softer than that power combination of fastball slider. He's had success pitching that way in the past, but extra wrinkle, a little softer breaking ball, especially to the left-handed hitters, give them a little different look.
Two on Carpenter. Cubs leading 1-0.
Back foot slider. Back door him.
That sinker into the ground and works his second 1-2-3 inning. He's allowed 1 hit through 3 and the Cubs lead 1-0.
If you want the best of baseball all season long, Xfinity from Comcast gives you the best seat in the house. With MLB Network, you get live games 4 nights a week, plus 24/7 insider coverage and live look-ins every night. This is MLB Network on Xfinity. This is awesome. Sign up for the Xfinity HD Preferred XF Triple Play with MLB Network or ask about other bundles starting at only $99 a month for 12 months. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Man is a determined creature. There's an inherent calling to seek, push, transcend. It's a necessity of the human spirit that inspired our own evolution. Because if your quest is to build the world's smartest luxury SUV for mankind, you must hold yourself to the standard of mankind.
I am an American success story.
I'm a teacher.
I'm a firefighter. I'm a carpenter.
I'm an accountant.
I'm a mechanical engineer.
And I shop at Walmart.
truth is, over 60% of America shops at Walmart every month.
I find what I need at a great price.
And the money I save goes to important things.
Races for my daughter. Little something for my son's college fund.
When people look at me,
I hope they see someone building a better life.
Living better. That's the real Walmart.
Tomorrow, Josh Begley looks to keep his hot start going in the city of brotherly love as the White Sox pay a visit to Chase Utley and the Phils. Don't miss White Sox Phillies tomorrow night at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet.
No, a newborn Cubs fan. The Newborn Fan Club is the perfect gift to showcase what it means to be a Cub for life. Get a customized photo announcing the birth on the Wrigley Field marquee, a Cubs birth certificate, Cubs baby stocking cap, and a Cubs Rookie of the Year onesie, perfect for parents and friends alike. Visit Cubs.com for more info and to sign up today. I still owe you a birthday gift. I'm trying to find a double XL onesie. Having a little trouble.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Here's the 1-0 inside, 2-0 to Luis Valbuena.
Get well, Dorothy.
Yeah, we miss Dorothy. She's been on the 15-day DL. Hopefully back soon. Took a little something off that two-seamer for a strike, 3-1. There's ball 4, and that's a leadoff walk.
Now it becomes decision time for Dale Swain with all the ground balls that Westbrook gets. Does he play a little hit and run? He's tough to run on. He's quick to the plate, and again with Molina behind the plate, the straight steal is not much of an option. Molina's thrown out 45%, and you got to believe most of the guys that try him are the really speedy guys in the league.
Molina looking into the first base dugout before giving the sign. And the pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ever heard of Danny Salazar?
Danny Salazar.
Right-hander for the Cleveland Indians.
No.
Well, he made his major league debut today, and he got the win, 4-2. Over the Blue Jays. Started the year in Double-A ball. 23 years old, a hard thrower. John Jay got a nice break on it, but he literally boots it. And Valbuena will hold it second. That's a base hit for Castro. He's 2 for 2.
Jay very dependable out there in center field. I think he was in position to make a play on this ball and just could not snare it. Did that get his glove first? Sinking line drive. Good job by Castro staying through that ball. No, don't stop.
So 2 on with nobody out. Rizzo last time with a runner at first doubled in Castro, and he takes a strike.
They're not holding Castro on at first base. They want to defend the field on the right side with Rizzo up there, the left-handed hitter. Stone should be able to get a nice secondary lead here and hopefully upend any would-be double play. This ball's really sharply hit. Westbrook has not thrown a ton of strikes so far tonight. Here's a 2-1. That got by everybody. A wild pitch puts him at second and third, and a 3-1 count on Rizzo. Now the corner men will move in. They're back up the middle. That's the first wild one of the year for Jake Westbrook. Swing and a miss, 3-2.
3-0.
Split.
Yeah, either the split or a changeup. He's got a base open. He's not likely to give in. This is just a changeup.
On the ground into left. The Cubs will get a couple. Valbuena and Castro both score. Rizzo's knocked in all three here in the first 3 innings.
Ball well off the plate. Again, it looked like a changeup. He turned over, just floating off the outside part of the plate. Rizzo does the only thing he can do. Punches it through the hole on the left side, and 2 come home. Look how far he went out of the zone to get that one.
A pop up by Soriano behind the plate. Molina makes a catch. That's a first out. Sherholtz takes a sinker in there. Matt Moore improved to 13-3 as the Rays finished off a 4-game sweep. They beat the Twins 4-3.
They've won 8 in a row. Hottest team in baseball.
Moore was added to the All-Star team today as well.
Took Yu Darvish's spot, I assume.
Not sure.
I know Yu went on the DL with a back issue. Well, here's your hit and run opportunity if you're thinking about it. 2-1. They're not likely to pitch out.
Sherholtz pops it up. So it'll be Cosma, the shortstop.
Enrollment bonus. How about up to a $400 airline ticket with the U.S. Bank Flex Perks Travel Rewards Visa Signature Card. Applied today at any U.S. Bank branch.
Yes, Moore officially replaced Darvish.
So He won't be a hurling Darvish in the All-Star game.
No.
He's a hurting Darvish. Back.
He heard you. So Derek Jeter made his season debut today, but he had to leave in the 8th inning. Quad tightness.
We got a knock. He got a knock in his first at bat.
Quad tightened in his 3rd at bat. So they will perform an MRI. Yankees beat the Royals 8-4. That win for the Rays, their 8th in a row. Bogusevic grounds to Carpenter, and the inning comes to an end. What a start for Anthony Rizzo tonight. 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and the Cubs lead 3-0.
This is corporate headquarters. As you can see, I have a unique business. How do I compete with the big boys? Got this fancy business address, a marketing department, distribution center, got a great team, even a cafeteria.
That's mine. From packing and shipping to printing and mailbox services, come into the UPS store for everything a small business needs.
I love logistics.
The Honda Civic keeps getting better. Now with more standard features than ever before. It's the best Civic yet. Only from Honda.
Join Menards in saluting our American-made products with Menards Made in the USA sale. Made in Kenosha, Wisconsin, North American Salt Company produces millions of tons of salt every year. Get 2 40-pound bags of ultra-pure water softener salt cubes for $7. Update your floors with laminate flooring from Tarkett. Made in Clarion, Pennsylvania, the Occasions collection features a realistic wood design and embossed texture in 3 styles, 99 cents a square foot.
Save big money at Menards.
Relive the road to the Cup with Chicago Blackhawks, a championship journey, presented by your Chevy dealers. A 5-day CSN event bringing you every victory of the playoffs and every game of the final. Relive every moment, beginning Sunday on Comcast Sportsnet.
This 4th inning is brought to you by the new Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos from Taco Bell. Liv Moss. And tonight's Menards Grounds Crew winner, Bobby Wong from Crown Point, Indiana. It's a great night. 72 degrees as we got started this evening. So Edwin Jackson now working with a 3-0 advantage as he faces Beltran, Holiday, and Craig. No easy task. On the outside for a strike.
Beltran's such a good player over the years because of his combination of power and speed. Great defender in center field until his legs betrayed him a little bit as he got older. But enough power to play corner outfield position and not really hurt you in that regard. Switch hitter, good from both sides of the plate.
Gets a hold of one out into right center, but it'll be caught by Sherholtz. He and Bogusevic almost had a nasty collision.
All's well that ends well. Bogusevic and Sherholtz in hot pursuit of that drive off the bat of Beltran. Yeah, that could have been real ugly. Ooh, and we just did get it.
Holiday airs it out and missed it. Josh Fegley hit a grand slam today, and Chris Sale finally got some run support as the White Sox beat the Tigers 6-3. Sale had lost 6 times over his last 7 starts with an ERA of 3.10.
Young Josh Fegley off to a nice start in his big league career. 3 home runs already.
Hit a homer on the first pitch he saw at home the other night at U.S. Cellular Field against the Cubs. Castro fires and Holiday's hurt. Holiday pulls up before he gets to first. Looks like a hammy.
Yeah, right there, about halfway down the line. Hammy grabbing pretty good too. I suspect we won't see him the rest of the weekend.
Soon we'll see Shane Robinson replace him on defense in the bottom of this inning. 2 outs and a strike called on Craig.
That's where this guy becomes even more valuable. Alan Craig can play the outfield. Matt Adams can play first base.
Yep.
They do that from time to time.
They could do that tonight. Yep, so that's probably what will happen. And Craig drills one into left to keep the inning alive.
Craig does. They talked about it in the open. He and Carpenter, Craig in particular, line drive machines. There's that fastball talked about earlier when he tries to go away to the right-handed hitter. He is, you know, it's a 2-seamer. He's trying to backdoor, I guess, to that outside corner. Just runs back over the plate. That's just the second base runner for the Cardinals tonight. Very efficient evening so far for Edwin Jackson.
Well, good command too. No walks. I guess the irony early on, Jake Westbrook has the wild pitch tonight. He had none coming in to the game, and Jackson had a major league leading 11.
And the man in the batter's box right there, he saves Cardinals pitchers a lot of wild pitches. He blocks just about everything.
Pulled the left, almost right at Soriano. So hit hard, but for the 3rd out. Rough inning for the Cardinals. They lose their number 3 hitter, Matt Holliday, due to an injury. And it's 3-0 Cubs.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Grown Ups 2 in theaters July 12th.
Tomorrow, get out of bed, get off the couch, and dive in.
That poor old lady.
To the funniest comedy of the summer.
Are you gonna like this?
Hi, girls. You take these guys, we'll take the yellow car.
What is happening right now?
Your car
is filthy.
Grown-ups 2, rated PG-13. These days, it seems like everyone's headed to the same old places to do the same old stuff. We say it's time to change it up. It's time to put your blinker on and head someplace new, wherever that may be. The all-new 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander with advanced safety technologies, 31 miles per gallon and room for 7. It's never been easier to find your own lane.
I play for the team.
I play for the fans.
I play for the all-stars that played before me.
I play for home field advantage.
I play for the perfect play.
I play to become baseball royalty.
I play
to turn the lights out. I play
to be a part of all-star history.
I play
for the National League.
For the American League.
I play to win. To win.
We will win.
We will win.
The road to October starts here. The MLB All-Star Game, July 16th.
This Saturday, the Cubs will continue to battle the division rival Cardinals. Game time 6:15. The first 10,000 fans will receive a Harry Carey replica statue, compliments of Liberty Mutual. For more information, it's Cubs.com. So Craig does move from first to left, and Adams comes in to play first with Holiday out. There's a ball that gets past David Freese, and Darwin Barney has a leadoff single.
Freese up on the balls of his feet, ready to react. Quick enough to get that one.
Normally a bunting spot this low in the order, but the pitcher's on deck, so Castile will try to do some damage here. Breaking ball, strike.
It's so important to throw strike one in that situation because that really limits what the other club can do. You're always fearful of a pitch out if you put a hit and run play on. Obviously less likely to pitch out 0-1 than 1-0.
Now it's 0-2. Quick note, there are a couple of big Cub fans who live in Nottingham, England. And I got to meet him yesterday. I got a nice note from Alex Pink. He and his girlfriend Kat were here at Wrigley Field last night. They watch Cubs baseball all the time. And they're on a baseball trip.
Native Brits.
Yeah, went to Minneapolis, then to St. Louis, here up to Milwaukee, then back to Minneapolis.
Did you ask him about the state of baseball in England? Is anybody playing baseball over there?
I did not ask them that, but I did ask Alex how he got into baseball. He just, something about the sport drew him in. He loves the atmosphere around the game and was thrilled to be here at Wrigley. Full count, 3-2.
Barney should be on the move here.
He is not. Ball 4. Now it's a bunting situation for Jackson. That was after an 0-2 start.
Chance to make a little noise at the bottom of the order, and the guys at the top, 2 and 3 in particular, Castro and Rizzo, really having a nice night. So big chance here. First things first, Jackson has to get the sacrifice bunt down.
Our AT&T UVerse Multiview. Cubs already leading by 3, threatening to get some more here.
Ideally, you'd like to get this ball out towards third base, force Freeze to come in and play it. And the other consideration is to make sure you don't make it easy for Molina to come flying out from behind home plate and pounce on one and start a double play.
Caught the corner. It's a little tougher now. 1-2.
Perfect pitch, maybe a little bit low. I'd keep the bunt on a double play here to clean up this inning.
Bunted foul. That'll go as a strikeout. Only the second for Westbrook tonight.
If you turn him loose there and let him swing, you risk the double play. With the lineup about to turn over, I like keeping the sack on. Didn't get the job done, but still have a couple of chances here with just one out in the inning. Make something happen. Albuena, like Edwin, thinks that Dan Bellino's given Westbrook a little too much at the bottom of the zone. I know this much. You don't want to swing at that one.
Yeah, that's got double play ball written all over it. Here's the 0-1. Fouled. I guess with 2 strikes you have to swing at it.
Well, unless you're one of those guys. Some guys are really adept at getting that low ball in the air.
What a night.
Oh my. Just a big bowl of butter pecan right here. And it would be perfect.
Popped in his shallow left. Cosma's going to call off Craig. And that's the second out. Well, am I selfish in saying we deserved this weather? We had a rough couple of months to begin the year. A lot of rain, a lot of very bitterly cold days.
Oh, this is perfect here. Perfect summertime weather.
Yes, if the weather were like today, every day in Chicago, everybody on the planet would live here. That's why we have bad weather sometimes in the winter. To keep the posers away.
Mm-hmm.
Backhand pick on that short hop by Molina. 1-1. Cubs insider Patrick Mooney coming up in the 5th. Fouled away. Sounds like news on the ballpark restoration front. Scott Baker rehab update as well.
What a boost that would be. What's a chance to watch him pitch a little bit. Cubs with the decision to make whether to offer him a contract for next year.
If all goes well, they're going to get a better part of a couple of months to watch him audition. Cubs put the first 2 on, but the next 2 made outs, and it's 2-2 on Castro, who asks for time. Starlin already 2 for 2 with 2 runs. Bouncer to third. It's just foul.
Pedro Alvarez is going to replace Carlos Gonzalez in the home run derby, in case you were interested.
Probably won't watch, but check out the highlights.
You might want to wager.
This one popped into shallow right field, and it's going to be Beltran to end the inning. Cubs lead 3-0 as we go to the 5th.
Oh, buddy.
AT&T introduces the Samsung Galaxy S4 Active. A puddle-proof, celebration-proof, kitchen-proof, surprise-proof, prank-proof smartphone.
Hello?
Everything you love about the Galaxy S4, only it's whatever-proof, exclusively at AT&T.
Dish Network can claim what they want, but America consistently chooses DirecTV. For the best television experience, DirecTV beats Dish hands down. But don't just take our word for it. Over the last 3 years, for every customer Dish lost, DirecTV gained 24. In fact, more people chose DirecTV last year than all cable and satellite companies combined. Sorry, Dish. 30 million customers can't be wrong. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Do you need one-stop car shopping? Go to GaryLangAuto.com for all your car shopping needs. And you can do all this. At GaryLangAuto.com, choose from hundreds of Chevys, Buicks, Cadillacs, GMCs, and more. Or choose from our huge selection of Subarus, Kias, or Mitsubishis. See why we're McHenry County's #1 dealer at GaryLangAuto.com. And remember,
it doesn't say Gary Lang on the back. You probably hate too much.
White Sox, Phillies, tomorrow night at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Cubs insider Patrick Mooney, brought to you by Nationwide insurance agent Jeff Vukovich. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. The Cubs have won 4 of their last 5, leading the first place Cardinals 3-0 tonight. We don't know how serious the Matt Holliday injury is, but by the looks of it, I don't know if he'll be back this weekend.
Yeah, I think the one thing we've learned about the Cardinals, though, is that they have that kind of assembly line of players. Dale was talking about it earlier today when they send out a guy who's throwing 97 miles an hour and then they bring another guy up. So obviously, Cardinals have a ton of depth, best team in baseball, but obviously that's a huge loss for the middle of their lineup.
David Freese will lead things off. So, Patrick, it's a developing story, but we're seeing news about getting a little closer to the ballpark renovation deal being done. It has been a long and arduous process, to say the least, but getting closer to that finish line.
Yeah, I guess there's still a couple more going, but it's funny to think back in the Cubs convention when they unveiled some of those renderings and stuff like that, and I know these players and Dale, the whole staff, would love to see that new clubhouse and the player facilities in for next season. So it might take kind of a Hail Mary to get it done, but I guess maybe there's still some hope left.
1 strike on Freeze. Getting over the hurdle of getting the video board done, that is a big step in the process. So let's talk baseball. Scott Baker threw off the mound today here, and Dale sounded pretty optimistic that we might see Baker back in a few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, Baker was excited just to get out of that 110-degree heat and kind of the Groundhog Day existence in Mesa. But he's someone who, he didn't throw a pitch last year and hasn't thrown a pitch for the Cubs yet, but both sides are thinking they could get another deal done next year just because they really like his makeup, his track record with the Minnesota Twins, and looking at this rotation, he could be a nice piece for them next year.
Good solid winner when he's healthy. He really is.
That's the other thing about if the Cubs trade Matt Garza. Last year at the end of the year, you had some pitchers without much of a proven track record at this level, but whatever happens to that rotation, barring a bunch of injuries, the Cubs should be in pretty good shape here in the final few months.
Yeah, they've really made a lot of, that's basically been their #1 priority since Jed and Theo took over. And you look at Villanueva, if Arrieta gets straightened out in Iowa. And Scott Baker was on some really good teams in Minnesota that went to the playoffs. They took the White Sox to that game 163. And, I don't think it'll be like last year when, new guys were showing up in the clubhouse and we didn't really know, okay, this is the new starting pitcher now. I think they're going to have, a lot more continuity now.
3-2 on Freeze. Jackson's been very sharp tonight, looking for his 3rd straight win, and he strikes out Freeze. That's the first out. Only a 2nd strikeout, but getting a lot of ground ball outs in this one. So we might see Chris Bryant here real soon. Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, word is he's in town. I think the physical, I think it should be done, at this point, and he gets $6.7 million, the most in the draft this year, and the Cubs get a guy that they think, could be their 3rd baseman, middle of the order hitter for, years to come. So.
I'll put you on the spot here. When is Chris Bryant a big leaguer?
That's a good question. 2016.
Okay.
Jay bounces to Barney. Well, I know the Cubs didn't move their Midwest League Low A affiliate to Kane County for the fans to see the players. They did it because it's closer to the front office and people can go rehab there and things like that. In fact, Scott Baker will end up there. But it is nice to know that maybe this year, early next year, fans in the area will be able to watch Chris Bryant in action. Albert Almora.
Yeah, we saw him here the other night. I think that's the flip side too, not just the major league side going down there, but whether it's a guy like Almora can come out here.
Sure.
And he was talking to Jesus and a couple other guys here the other day during BP, and that's probably a pretty invaluable experience. You could probably explain it better, but just to see what this market is like and kind of the passion here.
Be around the guys and get a feel for what it's like. Absolutely.
Cosmo with 2 outs in the 0-1. I know Kane County draws well. Good atmosphere there.
I think anytime a young player can be exposed to the big league scene, the big league players, that get a little bit more comfortable each time you do it, so there isn't that deer in the headlights, oh my goodness, this, third deck syndrome, and it can be a little daunting for a young player. So come up, hang out a little bit, work out in the off season, a couple big league camps, just to be around a little bit.
One other note, Patrick, before we let you go, I did chat with Travis Wood, and I know Dale talked about it. Sounds like Wood's going to be available and ready to pitch in the All-Star game, and it's going to be up to Bruce Bochy whether or not he uses him. Castro will make the play.
Yeah, we'll see Sunday night. It seems like there's been a different answer every couple of days, but I hope for him he gets a shot.
I think even if Travis pitches 10 innings Sunday night, he's still going to tell the NL All-Star manager, I'm available. 3-0 Cubs.
To all you burger aficionados, show your love. Because McDonald's just topped perfection with the all-new Quarter Pounder burgers. 3 new choices, $3.99 each for a limited time. New Quarter Pounder burgers. Another new way to love McDonald's.
Some people say after 140 years, it's time for a change. That you can't keep doing the same thing and expect great results. We're not some people. We've always brewed Coors Banquet the same way in one place, Golden, Colorado, using only pure Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. Because if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. Coors, the banquet beer.
You can choose to blend in. Or you can choose to blend out. The all-new 2014 Lexus IS. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Our innermost desire is the force that inspires us to find outright delight. With any size icy cold Coca-Cola, soft drink, or sweet tea for just $1.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Coors Light Sportsnet Central update. Cubs pitcher Scott Baker threw an encouraging bullpen session today at Wrigley Field. He will make his 2013 season debut Sunday for the Class A Kane County Cougars in Geneva. Baker, rehabbing from Tommy John surgery, could join the Cub rotation by August. We'll hear from Baker when Todd Hollingsworth joins me after the final out for Post-Game Live. We go back to Wrigley with Len and JD.
Cap, thank you very much. Edwin Jackson dealing tonight, giving up just 2 hits through 5, and it's been the Anthony Rizzo show. 2 hits, 3 RBIs.
Rizzo with an RBI double in the first and punched a single in the third to drive in 2. Soft line drive to left field on a ball well out of the strike zone. I'll get a little greedy here on 2-0. See if Westbrook challenges him.
It was a sinker, but it was well out of the zone.
Didn't have to be. Dan Bellino's been consistent, though, calling that pitch down around the bottom of the knees all night long.
Ball 4. Rizzo on yet again. And for Xfinity high-speed action, Rizzo starting in the first inning with an RBI double. Only a single this time, but it plated 2. Oh, 0-1 to Soriano.
His struggles against Westbrook continue. Would you say 3 out of 33 coming in?
Coming in, yep.
Punch out and a pop up to the catcher. So far tonight.
More than due. right hamstring tightness. That's why Matt Holliday had to leave. Suffered that injury running down the first base line in his second at bat. Double play ball. The flip. The turn. And it goes 6-4-3.
Qdoba Mexican Grill wants to spread their 3-cheese queso love to the Chicagoland area. Opt into Qdoba's mobile club by texting Q to 50500 to receive free chips and queso.
Lights now taking full effect. As Sherholtz pops up behind the second base position, and it's Carpenter to end the inning. Cubs waste a leadoff walk, but still have a 3-0 lead as we head to the 6th.
We're born explorers, always looking for new places to go and new things to see. New adventures. That's how we fly. Beginning August 11th, Southwest Airlines is offering new nonstop service from Midway to Memphis, starting at $79 one way. Book now online at southwest.com. We are Southwest. Welcome aboard.
Now, taking care of things at home is just a tap away. Introducing AT&T Digital Life. Personalized home security and automation that lets you be closer to home.
So cool.
Visit your local AT&T store and get up to $100 off a smartphone or tablet with the purchase of Digital Life Smart Security.
The GMC Terrain. Color touch sound system. Bluetooth connectivity.
Call Jen.
This is smart. OnStar app ready. The 2013 GMC Terrain. Over 100 standard features that make you more capable. That's professional grade. Lease this 2013 Terrain with an EPA estimated 32 highway NPG for around $199 per month.
Tomorrow, Josh Begley looks to keep his hot start going in the city of brotherly love as the White Sox pay a visit to Chase Utley and the Phils. Don't miss White Sox Phillies tomorrow night at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Tonight after Cubs postgame live, don't miss Sportsnet Central presented by GMC. Highlights and reaction from bench clearing between the Sox and the Tigers, plus clubhouse reaction from our game here tonight. Join Mark Shanowski and Pat Boyle. Catch all that and more on Sportsnet Central tonight after postgame live, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
And come cheer on the Cubs as they take on the division rival Cardinals tomorrow, July 12th, here at Wrigley. We'll start up at 3:05, but get here early. The first 10,000 adults 21 and older get a Cubs cowboy hat presented by Budweiser. For more info or to purchase tickets, go to Cubs.com. Speaking of, I want to give a shout out to the Cubs.com message board posters. I like to chat with them on occasion. Yeah, the die-hardest of the diehards. Live and die with every pitch. Westbrook trailing 3-0 and leading off the Cardinals' 6th. Stretch tonight, the Chicago Fire. Mike McGee, forward and Chicago native, will chat with us. He'll be joined by a couple of his teammates tonight. Jeff Laurentowicz and Gonzalo Cigares.
How's your soccer IQ? Follow it a little bit?
Not a ton. I like it, but no, I don't follow it a lot. Do you?
No, but I'm with you. I enjoy it when I do watch it. I used to like going to watch the high school games.
I know that Mike McGee played with David Beckham. Called strike 3. He was with the LA Galaxy, so we'll have to ask him about that. Would it be too cliche if I asked Mike, can he bend it like Beckham?
Yeah, it would be, but feel free though.
Carpenter's grounded out twice.
You made an interesting point when you're talking about the Cubs.com message boards and the fans that live and die with it every day. We were talking before the game about that today. There are certain segments of the fandom that rise and fall much more significantly than do the players. The players are kind of trained to, the old cliche, don't get too high, too low, games of peaks and valleys. You talk to a lot of fans, a lot of people just, every single day it's mood altering.
But yeah, it's really difficult to perform on a day-to-day basis if you ride those highs and lows.
Yeah, I've played with those guys, and they don't last. The guys that take the bat home at night and take about 1,000 swings in their hotel room. You have to learn how to handle failure at this level, or you're not going to survive. That's kind of what Castro's going through this year. Tough to do it for the first time at the big league level. Most guys go through it a little bit, at least, down in the minor leagues.
Golfed in the air, and Bogusevic got a little bit of a late break, but plenty of time to camp under it. Nice location there from Jackson.
Two outs, nobody on. Beltran's looking for a pitch he can drive. He's thinking extra bases. Two very good pitches to start the at-bat. Clips the outside corner with strike one. This appeared to be a little bit of a cutter at 93 miles an hour. Down around the knees. Hmm, 95 with sink.
Beltran has always put up big numbers in this ballpark. 37 career games, 11 homers, a .348 batting average. And now for our Coors Light freeze cam. Last time up, he hit a line drive out toward right center, and Ryan Bogusevic and Nate Scherholtz caught up in each other's airspace. Fortunately, no damage done. Stays alive, still 1-2.
Talking with Dave McKay on the road trip about plays in the outfield, collision plays and potential collision plays, and he said, I don't buy that argument about the crowd noise affecting players when they're going for the ball. He said, if you want that ball, you can yell loud enough. And he used the term scare off the other guy. Somebody needs to take charge and just start screaming.
Beltran strikes out. Inning over. 6 innings, 4 of them have been 1-2-3s for Edwin Jackson. On top of his game tonight, the Cubs will bat in the 6th, leading 3-0.
I was turned in Djibouti, Africa, 2004.
Vietnam in 1972.
Fort Benning, Georgia in 1999.
USAA auto insurance is often handed down from generation to generation because it offers a superior level of protection and because USAA's commitment to serve military members, veterans, and their families is without equal. Begin your legacy. Get an auto insurance quote. USAA. We know what it means to serve.
After every Cubs game, stay tuned for Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Cap and Holly break down the game and take you live to the stadium to hear from Swaim and the players. Cubs Postgame Live, after every Cubs game on Comcast Sports.
Try Arby's Giant 2 for $6 mix and match deal. Choose 2 from the beef and cheddar mid and the roast beef mid, each with a giant 5-ounce serving of juicy roast beef piled high. Right now, mix and match 2 roast beef and beef and cheddar mids for just $6. Arby's, sliced fresh, great taste.
For discovering every ATM is a free ATM. Open any PNC Performance checking account in Chicagoland, and every ATM is free, even if it's not ours.
Do your part. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank today.
Try Arby's Giant 2 for $6 mix and match deal. Choose 2 from the beef and cheddar mid and the roast beef mid, each with a giant 5-ounce serving of juicy roast beef piled high. Right now, mix and match 2 roast beef and beef and cheddar mids for just $6. Arby's, sliced fresh, great taste.
Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC, tonight after Postgame Live on Comcast Sportsnet.
Get real-time info, including pitcher gas gauge, stats and tweets with Cubs in-game live only at csnchicago.com. Brought to you by Comcast Business Class. One 1-0 on Bogusevic. 2 ground outs. This time he lines one over Kozma for a base hit. Cubs keep getting the leadoff man on. They've done it in the last 4 innings.
This time Westbrook tries to jam Bogusevic with a cut fastball, and he stays through the ball. First time, a couple times up, rolling over on the ball, hitting it on the ground on the right side. That time he kept the hands inside the ball. Solid knock. Bogusevic continues his good work since being called up from AAA. The way Edwin Jackson is pitching, the Cubs might have enough, but you're always looking for more. Cardinals still have 3 cracks at it. Play Barney as an off-field hitter. Carlos Beltran is shading towards the right field line.
Barney could not hold up. Hey, congrats to David Ortiz last night. Passed Harold Baines for the all-time hit lead among designated hitters. Nearing 1,700 hits as a DH.
Big Poppy, an all-star again this year. He's hurt to start the season, but he's still put up big numbers.
Fly ball well hit. Deep left, but it's going to stay in. Caught by Craig on the warning track. Wind blowing in. Gonna knock that one down.
Ball to the outfield tonight surprises everybody. There haven't been many of them. Good swing by Barney. Another night, maybe that gets out or goes to the wall. Oh, it's Big Papi, about 50.
He's younger than you think. He is 37. He'll be 38 in November.
I think the Twins would want a do-over on that one.
Yep. It was non-tendered. They get one, they get two. That's the inning. That'll take us into the 7th. It's the Cubs 3, the Cardinals nothing.
Welcome to the Good Life Inc., where the grass is green on both sides of the fence, and having your head in the clouds is an occupational hazard.
Johnson.
Our latest product, the new Good Life instant tickets from the Illinois Lottery. You could win up to $10,000 a week for 20 years, which could make anyone's life a little sunnier.
Frank, no clouds at the beach.
Right. The new Good Life instant games from the Illinois Lottery. Anything's possible.
MI6 has just given me a contract to kill you. Apparently you're guilty of nuclear terrorism.
Is everybody gone nuts?
On July 19th.
Please tell me that's a stick of dynamite in your pocket. It's for emergencies. This is kind of an emergency, isn't it?
Red 2, rated PG-13.
You've reached the age where giving up isn't who you are. This is the age of knowing how to make things happen. So why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. 20 million men already have. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor.
Man is a determined creature. There's an inherent calling to seek, push, transcend. It's a necessity of the human spirit that inspired our own evolution. Because if your quest is to build the world's smartest luxury SUV for mankind, you must hold yourself to the standard of mankind.
Cubs Destinations travel packages provide fans with the most unique behind-the-scenes VIP Cubs game experiences available. Join Cubs Destinations at Wrigley Field August